Hey guys, and today I'm back again. And today, particularly, I want to talk about pain. And I believe as a human being, all of us have experienced pain in one way or another. And from my perspective, I would say there is nothing as addictive as pain. Trust me, or maybe that is my lived experience, and I'm giving it as my own testimony of how pain has been addictive or how I have felt that it is addictive. And there are different types of addiction. There is drugs, there is sex, there is happiness or pleasure, of which everybody has their kind of way of getting addicted to something. Even people get sometimes addicted to people. Yeah, so when it comes to pain is also as dangerous as any other type of addictive shit that people go through out there. And I would tell you, not pleasure, not love, not happiness is as addictive as pain. Because when pain comes, pain stays. The moment it knocks on your door, it stays, because it's coming into your life and it's going to create a space for itself while you're already mopping. You're trying to get used to whatever that has just been caused by that particular turbulence in your life that is causing the pain is already getting comfortable, making itself at home. So it stays with you and it carves itself into your memory, into your bone, into quiet parts of you that not even yourself can reach. That's why it stays longer. Even if you try pulling it out, it says, no, I'm staying. And it stays. Pain stays in the most ugliest ways ever. And the terrifying part of pain staying is that most of us get addicted to this particular pain without even knowing that we are truly addicted to it. And that is the most sick thing that I ever realized about pain. And this one is so me. Some of us go through it. Like someone like me, I go through pain sometimes knowing that this is hurting me, and still I don't do anything about it. I'm just there waiting for it to devour me, sever each and every aspect or moment it finds in me interesting. I let it like I have walked into things that I knew they would break me, like obliterate me completely. Certain moments, and I knew they would undo me, they would unravel a part of me. And that is the craziest part, as when something comes into your life and it disrupts the way things are working in your life, it has to negatively give you a turbulence, and there's going to be an imbalance somewhere, particularly in that particular point of your life. And when I sit at this particular space of my life and I look at things and I know this one is going really to do me a number, and I still walk into it consciously, that is where you now start knowing, pain is getting a hold of me, because it is making itself at home. It's now at home. It's like now functioning like a normal routine, like it has already established itself and made itself comfortable. I've also held on to people and dreams and silences that whispered, this will hurt you. And I still stayed. Why? Maybe because pain feels honest. Maybe because it reminds you that you are alive. Actually, for me, pain sometimes is a checkpoint. Okay, at a particular point of my life, pain was a checkpoint to confirm to me that I'm still alive, to confirm that I'm still human, have not turned into a stone. And maybe sometimes we have to go through pain, because after a while it becomes home. Like I said, when pain comes, it stays. So by the time you're mopping, you're trying to adjust your life, time you're trying to make yourself understand what's going on in your life, or you're trying to figure out how to live with the particular turbulences that have come into your life that are causing you to feel all these negative kind of feelings that you're having, pain is busy clearing bushes in the most hidden parts of your body, making itself at home. It's creating a home. I'm a reader. I love reading books a lot. And one of the books, among other, I have so many writers or authors that I read their books. And particularly if you look at the books of Franz Kafka, it's not like I'm saying he was a sadist or a masochist or something, but this is someone who wrote about himself being trapped in his own mind. Every sentence was like a quiet suffocation, like the anxiety was getting the better of him, the isolation and the constant sense of inadequacy. You just feel like I'm not enough. His work wasn't just imagination, it was a confession, and that was a written kind of life of living in pain in loops and again and again. When you read his book, or rather letters to his father, you would realize that Franz Kafka really had a number going on, and it was sad. Honestly, it was sad, and you would realize that it was not the only sad thing he ever wrote. He wrote several sad things. Everything of Kafka that you read, if there is any happy that I'm yet to come across, but so far I've just read the most painful parts. Come to pray, Fyodor Dostoevsky. This was a man that was going to die, and his life was spared. Tell me, what were the thoughts this man was having at that particular time when he was just seeing an axe, he's seeing a guillotine that is going to go? What were his last thoughts? Like, this is the end. And I cannot describe that kind of pain, or I cannot put it in words. I cannot even begin to think how I would ever describe that. And then his life is spared. Can you imagine how breathing his life becomes again wrenching, like it's like now sucking your life out, because now he's going to contrast and be like, what if I died? Anytime he would encounter something, if you read his books, the kind of pain that they went through is kind of something that made them, that fueled them to write and have all those that they did at that particular time when they lived. And then now we have Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath breathed pain, and that's why I believe she committed suicide. They weren't just writers, they were people who could not escape themselves in a way, who could not escape pain that they bore themselves. And when I look back at everything I have survived, when I look at things that I have lived through, and things that I've lost and almost broke me, that completely had me shattered and fractured, I mostly have to ask, without pain, without the breakage, without it all, would I still be here? Would I be here standing tall? Would I be here? Would I have fought this hard to have this life? Would I have become this person that I've become? That right now I'm not sitting down journaling. I'm right here facing a camera, looking at myself and being like, you survived, and that's why you're here sitting in front of a camera. I guess this is now my new way of journaling. Like, instead of putting it down on paper, I'm putting it down in words. But still, I would ask myself, would I still recognize myself if I would not have gone through the pain and everything that just happened? Because pain didn't just hurt me, pain shaped me. And there is a truth nobody likes to say, or nobody likes to talk about, just because pain built me. Just because I was nurtured by pain, just because I grew up being watered by pain, doesn't mean that now I have to keep choosing pain, because there is nothing fun or nothing sweet about pain at all. There is absolutely nothing. It is all agony. So just because I was raised and nurtured by pain doesn't mean I have to keep on choosing it. And maybe that's where I am right now. That's why I am able to make this. That's why I'm able to sit here and talk about it. That's why I am able to even face myself in the camera like this and talk about it. And that's maybe why I am now standing at the edge of something unfamiliar. A life quite not driven by pain but ambition of becoming a recon, or rather becoming an example of what pain can bring out in someone. It doesn't always have to break. Sometimes all it does is just mold. And trying to live a softer life is not kind of bad. I would say it's not bad. I don't feel guilty. Sometimes when you laugh and you carry a lot of pain in you, you feel guilty. But right now I can laugh, and because I'm learning how to let go, I'm learning how to live a life like any other normal person. Because sometimes things happen in our lives that really break us, they traumatize us, they just make us feel like we have nothing else more than the pain that we carry. And going down that abyss is the hardest part. And sometimes just choosing yourself and choosing to let go, it's not easy. I know it has taken me years to even get here, and I appreciate that now I can just sit here, talk about it, and even laugh and not fake it. And choosing a softer life is not something that I already know how to maneuver around, or choosing a life that doesn't have pain fueling my drive or growth or anything is not kind of something easy or something that I can trust. Because sometimes when you're trying to get out of something is when you now get a lot of temptations that are trying to test you if you're really serious about it. But slowly and slowly, I believe I'll get there. And I don't know if this will make sense or anybody would ever relate to it, but according to me, pain is the most excruciating thing ever. And I don't know, maybe you relate, maybe you know, or maybe you have a different opinion. Please let me know. And please just let me know down there in the comments. Anyway, bye till next time.